Them babies are good this morning. All right, 6 Mangalitsa babies. All look super duper healthy. Can't tell who it's boys and girls right now. Mama's not necessarily wanting us to get super close.
I know one of them's a boy. So.
We're going to plan on keeping one of the girls. So it'll be interesting to see how many girls we have so we can
guess what, guys?
pick out our favorite.
My teeth are sore.
Oh, shocker. I'm going to come up here and see these goats real quick because I haven't been up here in a while. Working on house stuff. I've been a bad farmer. And Matt says that a couple of these look pregnant. Oh, hey, Simon!
He looks so good.
Doc, you're gorgeous! Well, hey, April!
He said, I'm a little man.
Hey, Doc. Hey, oh, is this fence on, Matt?
Yeah, he's about to turn off.
Hang on. Hey, Doc. Hey.
Simon is always the first one to greet me. Simon and Buzz. And then Buzz is always.
Hey, oh, Doc, what a pretty boy.
Does he?
Hey, you're sweet. I think you want to be loved on. I think you want to be loved on. You keep coming up. Hey, April. Oh. So he feels feisty right now, but he's got to do the concrete tool, the prep tool on all of this, even under the stairs as far as you can reach, and all this. And if we've already got
Don't get this big by being soft.
Hey, and the laundry room because we already got it.
Yeah, we'll be taking it back on Wednesday. Sorry. I ain't got that.
All right, you see I put the room in here. Matt got this floor sanded. It took us a couple of days longer than we thought, which means it cost us a little bit more money than we thought. Still got to take a razor blade and kind of go around the edges, but I did that in one place over here, and it comes up. So all that had blue around the edges. I haven't done that corner yet, but that's gonna have to be on the agenda for this weekend. I did some of that there, but I haven't got all of that up. So that blue is going to go all the way around. This is that, so you can see. He went ahead and did this room too. This is the stripe that's probably just going to be there. If after I stain it, I truly just hate it, even with a rug or a runner across it this way, then we can always come back and tile it, but that's not necessarily my plan right now. I am planning on putting a cute little farmhouse looking tile or something in just that little water closet there, but not throughout this room. I just think I love our concrete floors. I love the stained concrete, and that's just easy, honestly. Epi got braces today. If you haven't seen that video, I'll probably post it even before we get here, so you can peek up top and go watch her get braces and transform. She feels so much more mature since she has braces. I'm in the middle of making tomato basil soup right now. So yummy. I actually have a video on that too, I think, that I made some last year. So you can check it out too. I'll stick it up here. Very, very yummy. It's not fall yet. I normally don't do a lot of soups in the summer, but with her getting braces today, her mouth's sore, and I had asked her last week what she wanted, and that's what she wanted. So she's getting special tomato basil soup. I cannot wait for my kitchen to get done, because I'll do probably a couple of cooking videos a week too, in addition to whatever we're doing, because cooking videos are easy. I love, love, love to cook. It's like one of my favorite things of life. And I cannot wait for my kitchen. I just can't wait. I'm probably gonna cry. All right, it's Friday. I've been running errands all day. I swear I don't get nothing accomplished on my errand days. Ooh, this is new. Roger had all the shiplap delivered. That's what Effie said somebody came. They delivered this, I bet. Might have been Roger that delivered. So Cullen is leaving, going to Granny and Papa's today.
So I gotta hurry up and build this.
Yeah, so this is a sports equipment organizer. And it came today, so Cullen's been wanting to put it together. I told him if it came while he was gone, he might just be out of luck. I'd put it together instead of him.
No, we don't need to get back.
But he's doing it now. I worked in the storage room a little bit last night, getting the bottom of all this taped up. I still got a little bit more to go. Me and Matt got this. Me and Matt got this old wooden shelf. Started putting together the other day. I've got to add. I'm gonna build. It used to be like a shelf bottom here and here, and it was just awkward because it was 3 shelves, and it was like you could put stuff on all the shelves, but there was a ton of space left above it. So I decided when we took it apart and then was planning on using it here, that we were gonna add so it would have 4 shelves bottom, and then this one that I moved down here, 1 here and 1 here. So I've got to build a bracket and cut some plywood to go there. But first, this evening, we are gonna try to get all this taped up and painted. So that's on my agenda today because I really want to get stuff moved in here tomorrow. So I'm gonna get some of this done, and then Matt and Cullen, Matt's running a couple errands to come home, check on the pig, put some straw up there for her and the babies. We'll go check on the piggy babies, and then I gotta get Carson from cross country at 5:30. We've got a 5K run in the morning at 8 o'clock. I am so out of shape I might die, but at least it keeps me accountable for now. We got 6 miles in 2 weeks as a 10K. It's one of my favorite runs of the whole year. So I need to be getting in shape, or I really will die that day. So anyway, let's get this tape on here so we can get this painted tonight. All right, good morning, guys. It is Saturday. We just got through with a run, 5K. We ought to zoom in and look at Carson's shorts. He's got running shorts. That look like cutoff jean shorts. Here's Effie. Effie did good. 24:55 in her 5K. Got second place in her age group. Missed first place by 5 seconds. Effie, could you have not found 5 seconds you could have shaved off? No. There's Lily. Hey. And Carson needs to put on some clothes. All right, we're gonna go home. I'm gonna take these kids to work doing some painting or some scrubbing some paint off some floors. But after we get an icy. At the icy girl. Roger's got sheetrock in here this morning, and then he stuck out my window. All right, super quick, I'm just going to show y'all. So in that closet, he's gotten that sheetrock up this morning. The ceiling was already up, and then he is getting ready to start putting shiplap all over the front of that wall. So super duper excited about that. We are gonna get sheetrock up there. That window will get cut back out when we go to replace that. And then we're gonna peek in here at these 2 scoundrels supposed to be painting. They say they're almost done, but I have my doubts. Y'all, I just peeked in at Roger putting up the shiplap on the outside of my stairs. Oh my God, I'm so in love with it. Holy cow. So this right now is a shelf. Me and Matt put this together the other day. It's been in our garage for years. We've had it, oh my gosh, I guess since 2012, since we moved here. We bought it from somebody on the street that had made it. But it's always had 3 shelves and just a lot of odd room. So we're moving it up. So I am cutting some boards now to add this other shelf. The rest of them are ready. It's mostly cleaned off. I'm going to vacuum off the top, and then it can go in place. Carson came out earlier, helped me put the 2 freezers in place. 2 freezers that probably really need replacing. They work fine, but the top is rusted. I don't know how to fix that. So I may just end up getting new ones before it's over with. But anyway, everything in here is caulked. You can see just looks a lot neater around the top and the bottom edges. I have not swept or mopped or anything in here. Cullen put the thing together for me over there. There's sports equipment organizer, so I'm sure more things will come up that need to go in there. But I'm so ready to say goodbye to all this. So anyway, I'm gonna set this camera up and try to get this shelf put together. Trying to finish up a few things in here. Right now I'm trying to put up this quick bench. See the box the other got it from Lowe's. This is going to be a place for Carson's, the work table for fishing stuff, work on little things. And there's going to be a pegboard right here. So my goal time before I go to bed is to get the pegboard up, get this, and we got to get a fishing thing ready to go on the wall, hold reels and stuff. Really wanting all that done before we go to bed. Who knows? We'll see. This is a foldable work table by Lowe's that I put up in the shop so it can fold out of the way. A company named Sparrow Peak makes that. I'll put the link in the comments below. And I still need a pegboard. Pegboard will probably go above this, just so that we can allow access to that outlet too. So hopefully I'll get to work on that this evening. It's coming together, folks. Alright, so I got my table up. Now I've got a piece of just 2x8, 2x4 pegboard that's going to go above there. So I've got some little strips, some little fur and 1x2 strips that we're going to cut. One for the top, one for the bottom, and then a couple of support ones in between. And we're going to get that mounted on the wall. So I'm trying to do that before I go to bed tonight because I really need for Carson to get his fishing stuff put away tomorrow. And that's going to be a big part of that. So I'll set you up. This is all Carson asked for. Can I have a pegboard to put my fishing stuff on? Sure. This is what he gets. A fold down table and a pegboard. Good morning, guys. It is another day in the remodel of this house. I am got that stuff done in the storage room last night. Got to have breakfast. Effie's still snoozing. Carson's feeding animals. Matt and Colin are on their way home from fishing with my dad. Matt took a much deserved day to go fishing at the Okefenokee Swamp with my dad. If you've never been to the Okefenokee Swamp, it is gorgeous. I'll post the link above. So you could go and watch the video of when me and my dad went. Matt and my dad did not catch, I don't think, any fish yesterday. They had a couple of bites of unedible fish, but no fish that they could keep, which is really unusual to go to the swamp. There was another time my dad went this summer with my nephew, and they like limited out. Like it was crazy how good they did. And they bit decent when we were there. Not the best, trip we'd ever had. But even a trip at the swamp with no fish is still gorgeous and fantastic. And it was much needed time away for Matt just to take a day and do something that he likes to do. So anyway, they're on the way home. This morning I am going to show you how to, well, I'm not going to show you how. You're going to do it with me. So, but we are going to I'm making a fishing rod holder for the storage room for Carson and Matt's fishing rods. It's a couple of different ideas that I saw on Pinterest, but I'm kind of combining those two ideas and concepts. So taking some from one and some from another and kind of putting my own spin on it. And then Carson's still got a bunch of fishing stuff that he needs to get organized and over here that he had stored away while we had taken the garage and everything apart. So really hoping to get a lot of our stuff that used to be in the garage into the storage room this afternoon. And so that'll be done. I'd love to get some painting done. I'd love to sand some doors or something down that's going to go in the room. Roger's hanging sheetrock in the laundry room right now. That'll help a little bit with how hot it is, just because there's so much of that heat that's coming down from that laundry room into the house every day, or coming down from the ceiling through the laundry because it hasn't had a ceiling up there. So he's getting that up. I'm gonna try to get holes spackled in the trim of the office in the craft room, and the plan is to try to get it completely painted this week. That won't happen today, but might get some of it painted today. It just depends on how froggy Matt's feeling, honestly, because he's done a majority of the painting while I've worked on other stuff. I've got to do one thing electrical probably before next weekend, but nothing too major electrical wise right now. So this is going to be a fishing rod holder that it mounts to the ceiling, and it'll hold, this one's going to hold up to 18 fishing rods. I know some of y'all that may not have a pond in your backyard are like, 18 fishing rods, holy mess. But I am sure that, I think we counted before we decided how many we were going to do, and we have less than that, but that allows for Carson to part with some and allows for a few spaces to be freed up. So a couple of the ones that Carson has are saltwater rods and stuff like that, so they're indifferent. They'll be not counted, so the ones that we use around here, but anyway. So I'm gonna get started. First thing though is getting these hooks, getting these nails free of these hooks, which I should have already done, kind of tedious. And then I'm gonna start measuring out, trying to figure out how to lay this thing out. Pretty excited. I love organization. Alright, I just had Roger show me in the storage room where the studs are on the ceiling so that I can prepare. Now what I'm going to do is measure out where I need my hooks. So they're going to be 6 inches apart. I did this one 5 feet long. It'll be enough to hold 18 rods and reels. Every 6 inches is where we're gonna go. One down, one to go. Gotta have one on each side, so let's make the second one.
I'm tired.
She was sleepy.
She's a nice and squeaky. So he got his own little desk to clean his fish.
Well, no, we don't clean fish in here, you crazy goober. That smell like booty. Carson, you'll notice I made that table a little bit higher than I normally would because you and Daddy are taller than me. So I put it where I would normally be, but I raised it like 2 inches. We got all the fishing rods hung up. I was going to show you Roger trimmed out, well, the inside part of these doors and got almost all the trim in here. I think he ran out of trim. So I don't know how many of you can notice this is tapered. Some of this baseboard has to be tapered because this was a garage floor, so it wasn't level, it was slightly. So probably nobody but me will notice that when they first walk in. But it'll be caulked around the bottom and it'll look good. So then you see he's got the doors here trimmed out. That's where the hardware will go for those double doors. So I've got to get those doors ready for him. And he said if I get the doors ready and get all this caulked and painted, then he can go ahead and put those up next week. So that'll be good. So my focus at night is going to be trying to get all this done. And then once all this is painted and everything, then we can work on figuring out how we're going to do these shelves. I'm not sure just yet how I want to do those, but I'll figure that out. Cannot wait for this room to get together. So you can see me and Matt's gonna move the refrigerator out. It's a long room, so I'm standing all the way in the back in the closet, and it's just a really long room. Again, we've got more lights on the top. Oh, why is that light not working? Oh, so I don't have a light bulb. I must have borrowed it for something. Let me put a new light bulb in here. Try to get that done today. He is out there fixing my door outside. And then this wall, we were talking about it today, the one going up the stairs. This is also going to be shiplap, just like everything else. I feel like if I didn't do it, I would regret it. And that will be gorgeous right here. Super excited about that. Might be one of my favorite things. I still don't have a window in my kitchen. That's coming, maybe. Probably next week. So anyway, I got a bunch of electrical stuff that's a hot mess right here. I'm gonna get this organized. I just finished cutting out the place in my brick for my light. I had put a box in there that was a little too small. So I had to borrow one of Roger's tools to cut the brick a little bit more, and then I had to mortar around it. I hear boys arguing. You go put out a fire here. Oh, y'all. Matt was planning on going for a run today with the kids. Or with Carson, and then Effie needed some recovery miles. And so then they all wanted to do different things and different paces. So I came so I could run more with Effie, even though I still can't keep up with her. And I made Cullen come ride us back because let's face it, he don't need to be a couch potato today. So Carson's getting his 7 in. That's his recovery from cross country. Effie just did 3. Cullen's rode, I don't know, 3 or 3.5, 4 miles with his bike. And anyway, so family fitness day. And I still got to get back and get some house stuff done and accomplished before the day's over. I think Matt's gonna try to do a little painting for me tonight. That makes me excited. Getting it done. Get out and get active with your family. I know it's hot, but you can do it. So that is gonna about wrap up what we did for this week. We'll start a new week really tomorrow because this is carried on through this week. But anyway, y'all subscribe, come hang out with us, come watch us, come watch this house transform. Got some fun ideas for this room that I'm gonna get to. This is gonna be the craft in the office room, and I'm gonna do it a little different than the rest of the house, just because I want it to be fun. I want it to be bright. And if I don't like it, guess what? It's just paint. So we'll see. Subscribe. See you guys.